Here is an explanation for the answer to final exam question number 62 in Alternative Energy Demystified, second edition. If you have the printed book, please see page 323. We're talking here about conventional jet fuel. Which of the following statements represents a major advantage of this type of fuel? Well, the short answer to this is C. Nobody has found anything that works any better for jet aircraft propulsion than conventional jet fuel. These other statements are not necessarily true. In fact, as far as I know, they're all false. But besides that, they're not advantages either. Its combustion doesn't produce any sulfur byproducts. That's simply false. It does. Its combustion doesn't produce any carbon dioxide. Well, any fossil fuel, like conventional jet fuel, will produce carbon dioxide. D, the fuel doesn't have to come from coal or oil. Well, the fuel that is generally used today does. It comes from the earth, and that's the liquid or solid fossil fuels. So we're taking, some people might say, dead dinosaurs, and we're using them to propel ourselves from continent to continent through the air. Who'd have thunk it 500 years ago? Anyway, well, maybe Leonardo da Vinci probably would have a few hundred years ago. Anyway, though, the correct answer to this question is C. Nobody has found anything that works any better. That's pretty much the same way for plain old automotive gasoline. I mean, the stuff is antiquated according to a lot of our thinking, but it just works. I mean, for what we need it now. How long it'll last is another question. Totally another question there. This is a schematic diagram of a conventional jet engine, and here's where these dead dinosaurs go in. They go in and they burn, they heat the air, and they produce this pressure which produces exhaust and drives this thing forward, and then all of these highfalutin physical phenomena take place where the air flows over the wings and lifts the aircraft, and the people are able to go from their meeting in New York to their meeting in Los Angeles, probably in the meanwhile flying right over my house here in the slow-paced, laid-back Black Hills of Dakota Territory, where we burn dead dinosaurs in our four-wheel drive vehicles 8 months out of the year, because the winter here is 8 months long. I'm getting off into a little bit of a tangent here, but got to make this a little bit fun. The main fact of this question here, the main point of this question, is that this fuel right here that we use to produce thrust in these sophisticated aircraft ultimately comes from the same old fossil fuel, and we haven't yet found anything that works any better. So again, the correct choice here is choice C.